Imagine you're an Israelite farmer, living a life dependent on the rain and the ground under your feet. Your village works tirelessly through the seasons, cultivating wheat, barley, and other crops in hopes of a stable future. But as harvest time approaches, a wave of destruction looms on the horizon. Nomadic herders descend on your land, bringing their animals to graze on the very crops you need for survival. Imagine the crops you've worked so hard to grow are ripe, but you can't harvest them in peace. Each season, just as you think you'll finally be able to feed your family, bands of nomads flood the land, devouring everything in their path. Your life has become a series of hiding, scraping by, and desperately clinging to what little you have left. And you're left wondering, where is Hashem in all this? Why is he letting this happen? This is the setting for Perek Vav in Sefer Shoftim, where we find Gidon and Am Yisrael oppressed by Midian, a nomadic people who seasonally invade the agricultural heart of Israel, the Jezreel Valley. In ancient Israel, the borders between settled land and desert were not set in stone. They shifted with each rainfall, blurring the lines between nomadic and agrarian lifestyles. The Midianites, nomads depending on grazing, stayed close to the desert, but also pushed into the fertile lands when they could. And without a strong central authority to defend Israel's fields, the Midianites had free reign, devastating the Israelites' harvest year after year. To make matters worse, the Midianites controlled the main roads, those routes that crossed the Jezreel Valley and connected communities, and of course, international trade. The Israelites had to resort to secret pathways, caves, and rough terrain just to move from place to place, hiding their harvests in valleys and wine presses out of fear of discovery. We find Gidon threshing wheat in a wine press, a symbol of both ingenuity and desperation. Wheat is threshed in the open air to allow the wind to separate the chaff, yet Gidon chooses to do it in a wine press, a place out of season and out of sight, to hide his harvest from the Midianim who are raiding the land. He's adapting to survive, but he's also weighed down by frustration and fear. Ironically, many Israelites had turned to the Canaanite Baal, the storm god and the agricultural god, in order to be able to get its blessings. But no amount of rain could stop the Midianite raids. So despite their idol worship, the Israelites were left with empty fields and hungry bellies, learning that trust in foreign gods was futile in the face of the current reality. Then, in one of the story's most powerful moments, a malach of Hashem appears to Gidon. In his bitterness, Gidon asks, if Hashem is with us, then where is he? And the malach, instead of rebuking him, instead of getting frustrated with him, he says, go with that strength of yours and save Israel. Imagine if we can do this for people, to show them the strength that they have and how to use the traits that they already have for positive things, for positive goals. The message to Gidon, that even his doubts and anger could become fuel for action, reflects a broader lesson for Am Yisrael. Gidon musters the tribes, strategically using the landscape to his advantage. Just as the Midianites tried to outmaneuver Israel, Gidon will now turn the valley into a trap for them. In the end, Gidon's story is one of resilience and resourcefulness, a call to confront challenges by drawing strength even from the deepest frustrations. It reminds us that sometimes the greatest obstacles, whether invading armies or personal struggles, can be met with renewed purpose if we're willing to harness what lies within us and step forward. So when you find yourself wondering, where is Hashem in all of this? And you're faced with challenges that seem beyond your strengths, remember the message of Gidon. He's waiting for you to stand up and move forward, to find your courage in unexpected places, just as Gidon did, right here in the very heart of Israel.